How do you make Minecraft mega bases? Well, that's the topic we're going to be covering in today's video. I'm going to take you guys along with the process of how I'm starting my own mega base right now and talk about how I've made mega bases and mega projects in the past. This video will both guide you on how to make your own mega bases, as well as introduce a series that I'm going to be starting, which will just be a survival let's play. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be a sick video. In my process of building a mega base, there's 5 main steps. Step 1 is going to be coming up with the idea. This sounds obvious, but this is a lot of people's main struggle when it comes to building a huge build like this. You can be very broad with this early step, as I'm not yet asking you to come up with all the details and plan out exactly how you're going to do it. You just need a general idea. Do you want your base underground? Do you want it above ground? Do you want a city? Do you want one mega structure? If you want one structure, do you want it to be an ocean temple? Do you want it to be a floating island? Get the broad stuff out of the way. Step 2 is going to be the details of your idea. This is where you think more of what do you want the theme to be? Do you want it to be this time period or earlier? What biome do you want to build it in? Is it based off of anything? Think about the block palette you're going to use for this build. Really just any details you can think of without actually testing out builds. Step 3 is going to be making your canvas for your build. First, you need to find your actual build location. And once you find it, think about the size of whatever your main structure is going to be, whether it's a centerpiece or it's the entire build, whatever, and give yourself an open canvas to build on. For an example, this is the centerpiece of our build that we're currently working on. And here you can see the canvas as we dug out a huge cube. And then to make a nice flat area, we put a roof over this. Step 4 is going to be straight up grinding, just placing blocks, getting out all the ideas and the planning that you did in the earlier steps, and just getting the bulk work out of the way. This is typically the fun part. Let's say you're draining an ocean monument. The canvas part, step 3, would be placing all the glass just to get yourself the circle, just to get it ready to actually start the grind work. And step 4 would be draining it and then building up from there, whatever else you want. This step definitely takes the longest, and it's definitely the most important step to a base like this. For step 5, to wrap it up, you're going to be looking more at the details and the finishing touches of a base, which is fairly obvious. Make sure that every single part of a huge build feels like it's a tiny build where the entire goal was to make it as detailed as possible. Every room, every different building, every path you go down, you want to feel alive and like it's very finished and detailed. That'll just add so much to your build, you have no idea. And at that point, you've made a mega base. All that's left to do is make a Minecraft YouTube channel about it. But just giving you guys those steps isn't gonna allow you to make a mega base. There's still more to learn. There's still more for me to walk you through. So let's get into that. This is my current world. For step 1 on this project, the general idea was to build a huge city. Now we took it a step further, knowing that we wanted to make a Greek themed city based off of mythology and those type of block palettes, which kind of played into step 2. For step 2, we thought about our block palette and then grinded for all the blocks. We chose to use mainly sandstone, birchwood, bricks, and quartz. I couldn't find the quartz shulkers. Step 3 was devastating the landscape so that way we can make this centerpiece of the build. As I showed you earlier, this just massive carving out of the mountain and then the underground area here. As you can see, we're currently in step 4. The idea for this build is to have this mega centerpiece and then just have tons of smaller houses and paths and communities surrounding it, building up the mountain all around. And over here, there's going to be the main staircase, which will lead all the way up to the top, where we're going to have kind of where the most important people live, and a structure probably similar to this one, but you know, for the rich people. I'm really excited about this project, and if you guys want to follow along with the progress of this build, I will be making a ton more videos in this playlist just about my Minecraft Let's Play. And obviously we haven't gotten to step 5 yet. Now, like I said earlier, the hardest part of the build is step 4, the grinding process. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks to make that easier. Now, first of all, if you're able to play with multiple people, some of your good friends, absolutely do it. Just make sure that they're people who aren't going to quit. Because if you're playing on a multiplayer world and everyone quits, it doesn't just feel like a solo world. The world just feels dead and it sucks. So if your friends are going to be flakers on you, just make a solo world. When you're grinding a project, you 100% need to have something in the background, whether it be music or a podcast, a YouTube video, some friends that you're talking to, whatever. When I'm grinding, I like to just listen to music or throw on a YouTube video or an anime, or just talk to my friends who I'm building with. Because if you don't do that, you will literally drive yourself insane, I promise. My brother talks about how one of his favorite things in Minecraft was literally him and one of our friends just digging out this massive hole. You can't see, but it goes down quite deep, so that way we can make this fog effect. Just grinding a project like this with a close friend is one of the most fun things you can do in Minecraft. especially knowing that you have the vision in your mind of something like this. And that is one of the most important keys to being able to grind like that, is knowing what it's going to look like in the end and why you're doing it. I'm really hoping to be able to build an audience and a community around my Minecraft videos and worlds, because that adds another factor of exactly what I'm talking about right now, just a drive to grind. We had 100 subscribers earlier today, and that seriously means the world to me. Now, most of, if not all of those subscribers are from my YouTube shorts. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is try to get some of those subscribers to actually become a part of my community and, you know, pay attention to my videos rather than just my shorts. And if you're a new viewer, or maybe you subscribe to me and this is one of the first videos you've watched of me, give me a chance, man. I mean, you can see I make pretty cool builds, and see if I can make some pretty good videos about it. And if you are somebody who has been watching my videos and is a loyal subscriber to the Aquatic14 channel, I love you. Anyways, have a good day, guys.